Hey, ladies and gents, back with a World of Warships replay, and this is CAD in the new Tier 7 British destroyer Jervis. He told me that this thing is quite the little gunboat, and by watching the video I would say, yeah, he's probably right. So this has got hydro. It's got a weird, I shouldn't say weird, it's got a different kind of smoke. It's got a lot of smoke charges. However, they don't last as long, and they're rebuilt pretty quickly, so you can use them. Yeah, so they're just a matter of, I think, a little over a minute or so of smoke. Plus, you get, like I said, 7 of them. So, pulling in here, he's got another destroyer with him, which is always nice. He's got the Icarus here with him, and they're moving into the first objective here at sea. Which is always kind of interesting because you never know what the fuck you're going to run into, right? So, popping around the corner here, let's see what he's going to find. Of course, he knows there's something here. He's already picked up the Shiratsu. He got detected here. And, yeah, around the corner he goes.
Storm moving in.
Pulls up the hydro. Throws out the first set of torpedoes here. Got the Farragut as well. And he's just fucking gets unlucky with the first set of shells. Have set him on fire here, and around he goes. He's got one set of torpedoes out and decides not to set the second set of torpedoes. However, so smoke is up. He's got about a minute or so before his next one. Picks up the target, or the first torpedo on the Farragut. He's got, of course, hydro up here to find those wonderful torpedoes. Gets set on fire for the second time. However, luckily they were able to finish him off. The Icarus was able to finish off the Farragut, and they've driven, or I should say destroyed, one of them. However, CAD is burning. Looks like this has got 8 torpedoes and about a 7-kilometer range. Finds the Shiratsu. He's however looking for the Akasta, who is currently on the run. Puts the fire out, leaves him at about a little more than half health. Not too shabby. They were able to drive off the other destroyer. Yeah, so now they have a chance at least to pick up this objective. So between the two of these guys, they've destroyed one and drove the other one off. They are finally starting to pick up some help here with the New Orleans, who's currently slowly making his way in here. And he's looking here. Oh, picks up the other Shiratsu, who is running. They've nailed him a couple times here. Finally, they picked up the capture on the objective. And, yeah. Nice thing about the hydro, pick up those torpedoes a ways out. Doesn't have to worry about it. The Icarus is like, fuck it. Oof. I don't know if he had realized that or not. He's like, put the brakes on. Nope. So, Shiratsu's moving off. This is a good chance here, of course, to pick it up here. They pick up the Akasta. Alright, let's see what you got here, CAD. And he aims out ahead of him. 508, 475. Can he pull it off? Oh, those shells look wide. Except for the one that hits the ship. Picks up his first kill. And we got the Shiratsu on the run. He's fucking rolling. He's like, no, I'm not going to even try to deal with 2 other destroyers, and he's running away. These guys didn't have much support at all. That's typically the problem with destroyers, is if without any support, you usually get fucked pretty hard here. And it's kind of nice to see these 4 destroyers are actually working pretty well together. So they've finished off 3 of the destroyers, 3 of the 5, and now he's got the Koenig on his way in here. The Koenig, yeah, this should be interesting. Kind of just rolling along. Kind of oblivious to even what's going on here. HE shells. Of course, CAD looking here is looking for a fire here. Picks up the fire. Picks up a nice 1,000 damage roll here on 6 hits. Ooh. The Koenig has decided to put the fire out. Okay. Yeah. And you have 4 destroyers firing at you with HE shells. I'm sorry, 5 destroyers firing at you with HE shells. There he goes. Picks up the next set of fires. Now there's 2 burning on the Koenig, and he's fucked shit out of luck. with no repair party. So he's burning to death. He's at Gad's at 28,000, almost 30k on the damage. And yeah, he's still rolling along. On fire. That's an interesting move. Typically you don't drop your repair on one fire. But here, he's going to do it again here. He's got a couple fires burning there. And, oh, there's a couple more hits on him. You know, you typically want to kind of be out of range of shit that's dropping HE shells on you before you decide to, you know, put the fire out. Because reasons like, you know, getting set on fire again multiple times, just like now. So the Koenig, he's pretty much fucked, and he's not attempting any way, shape, or form to go a different direction. He's streaming right along. Cad picks up his second kill, and he's on his roll. He's played that nicely. He's right behind the island where he can get seen for most of that. Finally, toward the end, when he was just there by himself, or when he was just there. And he was detected, but however, the Koenig wasn't even paying attention or even aimed at him. He was more interested in the two destroyers in front of him. So, pulls in here. They've got one objective here. The second one they've capped, of course, is now being counter-capped by one of the destroyers here. So he pulls around here. He's got a nice, once again, sets himself up well behind an island here where he cannot get seen. He's far enough away, of course. And he's got some pretty good range on these guns. They're sitting at 12.1 kilometers. So he's able to pick up all this stuff. And these guys are all crowded around that outside objective at A. So he picks up the Queen Elizabeth here. And he is dropping, once again, a shit ton of HE shells. Finally gets some sets her on fire. Yeah, and now she's burning pretty nicely. It's already up to 50k, and he's found the range on the poor little battleship. Keeps nailing it. He's on the run. Oh, he's already up to 56k right now and 122 hits, and the Queen Elizabeth is now on fire from stem to stern. Now he saw the Icarus coming around the corner here. Is like he dropped his torpedoes here, which is a really nice, even if he didn't hit him, the Icarus is not going to come around that corner. And surprisingly, the Icarus must have been paying attention because he actually went the opposite direction, and he's more interested in shooting at that other destroyer. So Cad's just like, yeah, fuck it, I got this. So he's already picked up the defense on the objective here, picks it up another one. And now, like I said, with those torpedoes sitting right behind him, the Icarus has no choice but to pretty much just go straight ahead. However, with 7-kilometer torpedoes, yeah, that sucks. So now, he's just moved out. The hurricane, cyclone, whatever, yeah, the storm just showed up. So now they don't have, he didn't quite able to do anything about it. He's got to be within a certain range before he can see his target here. Pulls out. He's got a battleship incoming, which appears to be, which one is it? The King George V is on his way here. So, pulls in here. He's got the smoke generator up. He's got 24 seconds on his reload for his torpedoes. Both destroyers are to the south, so he doesn't have to worry about getting torpedoed sitting here in the smoke here, and he's just going to line up on that poor King George and start working him over here. He's trying for fires as much as possible. He's already doesn't quite have one burning. He's got, looks like the King George is getting fucked left and right here. I'm not sure. He does turn away. Surprise, surprise. That's about the time Iron Duke comes rolling through. Battleships. Oh, battleships. Miyogo's running off to the... I'm sorry, not the Miyoko. The Miyoko is running in the opposite direction. Smoke burns out quickly with these British destroyers. So now he's like, yeah, it's time to move. So Iron Duke has decided to charge in there and worry about that. So he's picked up the Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth, of course, by now is not quite a flaming wreck or bucked up wreck, but pretty close. Puts out 2 sets of torpedoes there for him. And King George takes a hard turn to the south and is currently streaming directly toward the Iron Duke. He does pick up the fire on the King George, however, he did put it out right away, which is interesting. Nope, I'm sorry, he didn't put it out right away. He's still burning. Queen Elizabeth is, yeah, he's probably a chance here. He might bite a torpedo or two. Ooh, here it comes. Yes, he gets one torpedo into the Queen Elizabeth. He's picked up the Confederate, and he's sitting about 100K, and still working over the Queen Elizabeth hard. Can he get the kill on him? Nope. Denied. However, they've kind of knocked out two of them now. The Iron Duke is dead currently. Picks up the Acasta, who is running straight and doesn't seem to really give a fuck. There he goes. He turns away. However, nope. So, Cad's picked up his third kill. He's sitting at 102K right now, and he's got two ships left. Can he get the Kraken, fellas? I don't know. He's got the Confederate. They've did a nice job. The four destroyers have just fucking pretty much dominated this match. Around the corner he goes. So, he's got the Nagato, who is currently streaming straight ahead, and is on fire. And, of course, aimed in the wrong direction. He's looking at the other destroyer. So he comes around the corner here. Oh, there he goes. Picks up another... Oh, didn't. They got the fire out. So, Nagato is now used his repair kit, and Cad's like, yep, it's time to see if we can get this guy on fire. So, he's used up his next smoke, and he's switched to AP here, because he's got the side. Picks up a nice 3,000 damage roll. Picks up almost 2,500. That AP seems pretty nice here. Puts a shell out there. Gets one shell. And let's see if he can pick up another one. Oh, picks up a 4,000 damage roll. He's got down to 669. Can he finish him off? Yes. Picks up the high caliber, and he picks up his fourth kill. Can he get this? Can he get the Kraken? Drops the torpedoes behind him. Unfortunately, it looks like the King George has turned the opposite direction. Hopefully, maybe lucky. Maybe he can turn around the other way. Probably not. So Cadmus is saying, let him have the crack. Yeah, let's see if he can get the crack. Around the corner he comes. He's got HE loaded. Yeah. The King George is not paying attention any longer. He's made a hard right. He gets sets on fire by the by Cad. He's picked up the Icarus. The King George has. King George is turning here now directly toward him. He's on fire, and he's also getting fucking pummeled by the AP. And the Cad picks up the Kraken and the kill. So nice game, Cad. Thanks for sending it.